What's up with me people in the country of Sierra Leone, the Salon Bobo Dam, Wagwan. Tonight I want us to just touch on a few things. I want us to talk on a few things that I've been seeing so much because you know how much I'm invested in Denero upon, realizing there is, such a fine artist of his caliber in Salon. And I'm getting to know, or I'm getting to understand the salon scene when it comes to music industry and when it comes to the creative arts. So I would always want to delve down the lines of the creative arts industry and to know what is really going on, especially when it comes to beef. You know how I like beef. When the violence is brewing, I say, don't step on it. Let it grow. Let the violence germinate. And I think one of the long-standing beefs in the salon industry, apart from, Paparel Banja and Denero, one of the most heated, some bad man them, kind of beef is between LAJ and Denero. It's some heated, some heated stuff when it comes to the salon people there. I think these are some of the big artists when it comes to salon. I understand LAJ's history, read about LAJ's history. I understood at a point in time he had to go to jail. I don't know for what reason yet. I would get into it because that is, I think, for another episode, because I'm now beginning to appreciate what is going on in the salon or, the country of Freetown. Recently, I saw something on Del Vecchio, that lady. I don't know if she was dating Denero. I'm still gathering my information, and when I gather my information, I'll bring it. But if you know anything about Del Vecchio and Denero's relationship, let me know. Talking about, I'm beginning to love the whole Sierra Leone or salon industry. So Denero, LAJ, they call him the king boss or the boss king, something. So LAJ for short and Denero, what is their differences? Why do they have a lot of beef? What is going on? That is what I want to delve down into. And when we are talking about hip hop, because of where hip hop comes from and how passionate we are about hip hop, you have to look like some badass. That is why I have my glasses. How do I look? Do I look a little badass for this topic? I guess yes. Your guess is as good as mine. If you're about talking hip hop, you need to look like some badass because we are talking of hip hop. Beefs in the salon industry. The salon music industry. So, Denero has been doing this for about 20 years. LAJ, I think, is a little short of, let's say, 11 years, thereabouts. I stand to be corrected. Okay, so, according to Denero, gathering the information, the first time LAJ performed in Salon was 2009. So, okay, he's been doing this for quite some 15 years. Give or take. About 15 years. Denero has been doing this for about 20 years. So that speaks to their dominance and how dominant they are in the industry. I know LAJ was a rapper. Right now he does, some Afrobeat and some cool shit, like some cool stuff. But so I was beginning to think, why is it that there's always a heated argument between LAJ fans and Denero fans? Why are they no cool? What is happening? So this is how their beef started. I chanced on the video, trying to do my research, delving into it. I chanced on a video. And guess what? It led me to the beginning of the beef. You remember I just said that the first time LAJ performed in Salon, he performed on a stage. He was introduced by Denero in 2009 when he was doing a stadium show. When he was doing it at the National Stadium. That was the first day LAJ performed in Salon. And what a great way to introduce LAJ to the Salon people then. So, I have this video I'm looking. I think it's an interview called Denero granted, with one lady on the talk show. And he was giving us the history that, he used to go back anytime he went back to Philly. He was shooting this Salon Bobo or something Bobo, in the States, Maryland. And he got a call. I was like, yo, there's this guy who got a call from his producer, Tete. So there's this guy I want to put on. I need you on his record. And Carl Denero is like, sure, send it. You can at least send him in because I'm already shooting the video for, Salon Bobo. So let him join me. And this artist in question was who? LAJ. So let him join me. Let's shoot this video together. I think we are going to look great together. Because anytime I go, it's me against the whole salon industry. Because I'm from Philly, but anytime I come to the motherland, it's like Carl Denero against the whole industry. So let me get somebody. Let me get somebody in the person of, let's say, LAJ. Let's be cool so that when we go, we are like, okay, two facing the whole industry. You get? That is what I made out of what he was saying. So he told his producer, Tete, that, yo, send him over. And let's have the shoot together because I'm shooting my Bobo stuff. And unfortunately, LAJ wasn't able to show up. Okay, no bad blood. Let's say it wasn't intentional. You get? Let's say it wasn't intentional. So Carl left. On the day he was leaving to Philly, LAJ drops in Maryland. And, his producer calls again. Yo, Carl, link up in the studio. Let's do some recording. So Carl Denero then moves back or dashes back to the studio, their apartment. And there blessed him with a verse. So, it's like, everything is good. Everything is going on well. Because they had done the first song, but it wasn't really blowing up. So they needed the blessing of Carl Denero because he had already penetrated into the salon industry. You dig? Are you following? Because I want you to get it. There are lots of stuff going online. You might not get it as I'm breaking it down to you. After that, I was supported with a video. I don't know if you all have seen it, but that is how I am understanding it right now. So Carl Denero is like, yo, let's put ourselves on. Because, I don't know if LAJ was in prison by then, but I don't think so. We would talk about that, but, let's not divert. But Carl Denero wanted to put LAJ on. So he jumped on the remix that same day, and, it caught fire. And it was good. So one time, Carl Denero is like, okay, I'm going back to the motherland to play a show. So, Tete, let your artists them link up, like for the show. Let him call me, because that is the biggest boss. So if he's going to run a show back in the motherland and you want to jump on the show, you have to call me. And then again, LAJ didn't put in the call. He didn't call. So Carl's like, all right, chill. Because you are coming. I'm introducing you into the industry because I'm bigger at this point and I'm more relevant in salon. So you need to pay homage to the big homie. You get? So let him call me. This time, they were already kicking it in Maryland already, going to LAJ's apartment. They are having fun with Tete, his big brother and all of that. They are having fun back in the States already. So Carl Denero is free, he's well acquainted, he's well conversant with, LAJ's game. But, coming back to Cyril, it's like, let him call me, let's see how we are going to run this show. LAJ then again doesn't call Carl Denero. Who does that? According to Carl Denero's story, who does that? Because if I'm supposed to put you on and I'm the biggest boss in salon, and you're supposed to place a call for a show and you don't, all right, I'm chill. Because maybe for all you know, they are also watching, is this show going to be successful? You get? So Denero then moves on, does his preparation. The show is on. The show is a success. Over 30,000 people in a packed stadium. Over 30,000 people in a packed stadium. Sweet. The hype is going. A lot of artists have performed. And about 2 a.m. thereabout, man was ready to perform. Because people had waited for him. You know how it is? Every time when the big artists are doing the show, they leave the best for the last. So he's already fired up. He's done everything. I don't know if he had met Esther Toure or he was still with the vacuum, but yeah. He had done everything and he was ready to enter stage. And he has a call from Tete that, yo, bro, like we are here, let LAJ perform out because they wouldn't let us in. They wouldn't let us in. Like the place is packed and there's this guy called Tyson trying to block our way from entering the stadium. Tyson didn't give a fuck. He was just doing his assignment. And from what I hear, he's a stout, like, he has this stature. He's built and he's like Samson. But though he's named Tyson. So this guy wouldn't let LAJ come inside because LAJ was just like a young cat. Nobody knew in the salon industry. So he didn't really give a fuck about LAJ as of then. They only gave a fuck about Denero because he was the real deal as of then. So it's like, I'm trying to enter the stadium, but they're not just your guy is not letting me enter. So Carl then is like, okay, boom. But I'm going to perform. So I'm just looking at this. So how come this artist is going to perform at this said moment? And that is when you are trying to engage him in a conversation when he's ready to go on stage. Professionally, Denero shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have even picked the call because he was going on stage. It was his time. But out of, let's say, familiarity or, the love they had for hip-hop, it's like, okay, let me pick. This is my dog calling. Okay, so boom. Fast forward, he calls Tyson. Tyson, yo, these are my guys. Let them enter. I can imagine how he plays the call. Yo, Tyson, these are my dogs. Let them enter. No, boss, it's noisy. It's noisy. I can't hear you. These are my dogs. I said, let them enter. And Tyson made them enter the stadium. I can imagine the conversation at a noisy place like that. So they entered and they're like, they want to perform. And Carl was like, what? I'm about entering stage. I'm about to perform. And, I'm the headliner. Once I perform, everything is done. And I told you to let him call me. He didn't call me. So why are you trying to do this at this last minute? And that is when they are negotiating for LAJ to perform. So after a long back and forth, Denero is like, boom, all right, you win. Go and perform. But you can only do 2 tracks. You can only do what? 2 tracks. And guess what? I wouldn't have done that in my position because I told you to place a call. You're a young cat coming into the industry. So if I tell you to place a call to me and you don't, that is it. You dig? Like, you feel me? If I tell you to place a call as a young cat to me and you don't, that is it. It's a missed opportunity. I wouldn't have allowed LAJ in if I were to be in Denero's position. But out of the law, because they were already kicking it back in Maryland. So he allowed LAJ in. Boom. Let's see what you got. But you can only perform what? 2 songs because I'm already heated. I'm already hyped up to get on stage. This is my time. But boom, out of familiarity, out of the love I have for you, you can go perform. And guess what? LAJ enters stage and is performing more than 5 tracks. What? That is not the initial agreement. Why is he doing that? That is why they always say familiarity, what? Brings contempt. Like, the whole familiarity thing. Because he shouldn't have allowed them in, but he did. And now, they are abusing or they are overstaying their welcome. They're on stage, chopping it up, enjoying the hype of about 30,000 people. I can imagine how packed the stadium was. The stadium was packed to its rafters. It was a big show. That's a Denero show, so you know. And guess who comes in again? Tyson. Tyson is like, I could imagine the conversation they're having backstage. Yo, Carl, you told me to allow them enter and they're taking over the show. Tyson is like, Carl is like, yeah, but these are my dogs. Tyson is like, no, I'm not going to agree. I could imagine how Tyson was so riled up because Tyson is the one supposed to, protect the whole thing. That is like Carl Denero's dog. So it's like, yo, no, I'm gonna enter. Like, these people, I'm trying to imitate, their accent, when they go to the States and all of that. So Tyson is like, this can happen back in the States. Carl, what are you doing? Carl's like, yo, boom, chill. Tyson is like, no, it's time. They're performing 5 songs. So boom, Tyson enters stage. Guess what? Shuts everything down, takes the mic from LAJ and kick LAJ's ass off the stage. Boom, Carl Denero enters stage, does his whole thing. The whole of Salon people, them are happy. He's had a successful show. And after having a successful show, he goes home. Because he's had, like, they played to about 30,000 people. Everybody is happy. History has been made. A lot of money, in the bank right now. So he's chilling in bed and, he sees this call. He's like, yo, how come I'm receiving a lot of calls? What's up? I can just imagine what Carl Denero does. What's up? Yo, we have beef? So LAJ is coming. I don't know if it's LAJ talking to yo. But yo, Carl, we have beef. Because I entered stage and you didn't let me perform? What? Is that how ungrateful you can be? I told you to perform 2 songs. Initially, you didn't call me. I let you in, perform 2 songs. And you're performing over 5 songs. You get kicked out. And the next moment, you thank me by saying, we have beef. I literally introduced you to the whole of Salon people. Because imagine what a way to introduce someone. Look at the platform he's given you. 30,000 people, stadium packed, introduce you, you unveil yourself and show yourself to the Salon people, them, his fan base. And you have the guts to call him and say, you have beef because you got kicked out of stage. I feel at this point, everything is planned. They just knew what they were doing because they wanted a breakthrough in the industry. They wanted people to know that, yes, we've arrived. King Boss LAJ has arrived. And I think, that is how this whole beef started. If I'm wrong, if you know any other information I haven't put there, let me know in the comment section. We are going to talk about it. But for now, this is what Carl Denero said, according to the interview and, 3-minute snippet. So I'm going to put the snippet at the end of the show so that, you watch and give me your comment. If there are other things, you let me know. I would also want to know about more on Carl Denero and Del Vacchio. What's up with the two? Were they dating? I'm now digging, on that. But this is the whole LAJ. So who was right? Do you think Carl was right or LAJ? But for me, from where I sit, I feel LAJ was full of shit. Because I give you the opportunity. You shouldn't disrespect me that way. You had to call me. You didn't call me. You had to show up in Maryland. You didn't. You had to call me so that I put you on the show. You didn't. Last minute, you negotiated and I gave you 2 songs to perform. And you get on stage and you're performing over 5 songs. Who does that? But yeah, that is hip-hop. That is why I love hip-hop. All the gangster rappers want to show how dominant they are. LAJ wanted to take over Carl Denero's stage to say, yo, you ain't shit. Like, I'm the new deal. I'm the real deal. That is hip-hop for you. But let me know what you think. I always want to know what you think. Let's get interactive. Let's get interactive in the comment section. I am 600 the God. I'm signing out.